Hello, everyone. Cameron Basham here. This is my Sprint 4 demo. Um, the objective of this sprint was to enable repeatable experiments and structured evaluation. In the previous sprints, I focused on collecting telemetry data from Carla and visualizing it through a client dashboard and a web dashboard as well. And I had a little bit of comparing in the web dashboard. In Sprint 4, I introduced a configuration-driven framework. This includes experiment configuration files, config-driven execution, automated summary reports, and real-time experiment metadata displayed on the client HUD, which you'll see here. These features allow runs to be defined, executed, and analyzed in a structured way. So first of all, let me show you the config file. Here's the new config file. So every time we run a experiment, these are what you can change. You can change the name, the experiment ID, the seed, the duration. You can set that. You can name the scenario on the owner. You can set some weather parameters. And that's all I have right now. So with that, right now I have a Carla server running, and I have my manual control client running, and I have my program that's hooked into the client. So right now, let's execute a new run. So I press F5, new run generated. Let's see, let's generate some data. Let's drive around a little bit. And honestly, that should be enough data. Let's get a collision in there and maybe some reversing. All right. And let's stop that. So during the HUD, you've probably seen the experiment, config, and scenario. Matter of fact, let's just run that again. So now you can see the information here, the experiment, the config, the scenario. These three parameters are from the config. So now if we go back to my runs folder, so we ran 3C. I think this is the new one here. Yeah. Yep. Sorry, I have a lot of runs in here. It's becoming a little overwhelming. I should have deleted these. Let's just do one more run, just to make sure we got the right one. Sorry about this. Let's see. Get it back up. Oops, wrong window. We are looking for... Is it still up? There it is. Let's try that again. We'll go forward. So as we can see, this is the new config, 584 CBF. Let's get some data in there real quick. Okay. We got our data. Let's stop it. So 584 CBF. We can just close this now. We don't need it anymore. So this is the new one here. So now, what I would do before, I was at the last sprint, I was just looking at this JSON information, right? So I made a little script that can generate all of the information for me, like a little snapshot, basically, of the experiment. So if I go back to my main folder here, and I go into my scripts folder, and we run the Python generate experiment. Well, I can't spell experiment. Okay, so yeah, that's my fault. So it requires a directory right now. So if I just go up to the one I was working on here and I just grab this name, if I just hit rename on this and I grab this, the name of the directory, that's what it wants. That's weird, but it should still work. My terminal went crazy, but as you can see, it did work. Summary report JSON came up. That's what we wanted. So the summary report aggregates key results such as duration, average speed, and collisions, which is down here, the summary. All this information here comes from the config and several other information that I'm holding in the experiment. The important part was the summary right here. So I can take this and I can kind of reproduce the scenario. So with this system, experiments are now repeatable in terms of configuration. The same config can be reused to rerun the same setup. That's what the main goal of this sprint was. All sprint 4 tasks were completed. I will post a burn down chart next to this video. Yeah. The feedback and improvements. So last sprint review, based on the feedback, I made a few improvements. I added a new license to the GitHub. So now I have a MIT license to clearly define usage and distribution rights. I also address maintainability concerns by improving separation in the back end. I'm going to introduce more structured models in the front end next sprint. Yeah, overall, Sprint 4 transforms the system from a telemetry tool into a structured experiment framework. And the next sprint, I'll focus on improving the system and enabling experiment comparison. It's already there, but I want to polish it up. Yeah, thanks for watching.